going, everyone? It's Liam Caddison here. Are we ready? Oh no, I'm not ready. I'm not ready, but are you ready? Probably because you've seen this like years ago, so it's like, here we go again, folks, or whatever emotions this episode's going to carry. I don't feel like it's going to be positive or whatnot. There is that kind of delusion in me, like given what Bobby said at the end of the last episode, that wants to believe in hope, because hope is not that bad, but also hope is dangerous, so yeah. But it should be, whatever direction this is, it should be it should be a really, really nice conclusion to what has been a fantastic season. A season that has seen division, has seen intensity. It's just been really, really wonderful all season long. So yeah, I really enjoyed how things have transpired, with, of course, dealing with the Lucifer situation, as well as how Sam's connected to that, as well as the whole, well, how the Angels have been handling things as well, given what came out, especially towards the end of the last season. And yeah, like I said, it's been a nice follow-up from what season 4 has, for what season 4 delivered on. And yeah, it's just been very, very exciting, because I don't know, for some reason, even though you've got season 2 and that's kind of interconnected with season 3, and same with season 3 to season 4, I feel like with the whole Lucifer situation and whatnot, I feel like season 4 and season 5 are like a two-parter, even though, like I said, there is that interconnectivity with season 2 and season 3 and season 3 and season 4. So yeah, but it's just been like I said, it's just been really, really spectacular all season long, and I feel like we're going to have a very solid conclusion to this fantastic season. So with that said, let's take on the beast. This is episode 22 of season 5 for Supernatural. Let's go. Hit it! Carry on my wayward Hit it! Nice.
Lieutenant Governor even showed up. 3 days later, another car rolled off that same line. No one gave two craps about her.
Is this the birth of the Impala?
Because this 1967 Chevrolet Impala would turn out to be the most important car. No. The most important object in pretty much the whole universe.
Most important baby.
She was first where a young Marine bought her on impulse. That is,
thanks to a little intervention.
Friend. I guess that's where this story begins.
I love that we got... Now, I love how we got some backstory on Baby. But I don't like... you know, backstories usually are a bad sign in a time of crisis.
Watching out for you. It's kind of been my job, you know? But more than that, it's kind of who I am.
He's always been the protective brother.
I'm not a kid anymore, Sam.
But he's got to let him grow.
Maybe I got to grow up a little too.
Oh.
I let him out. I gotta put him back in.
I started this mess. I'm gonna finish it. That's what's
Okay.
going through his mind.
That's it then.
Oh, oh.
You know I'm not coming back.
Sam of the world.
So you gotta promise me something.
Oh, don't bring him back.
Okay. Yeah, anything.
Don't find a way.
You gotta promise not to try to bring me back.
What?
It's like don't go the path that I went down when it came to you dying.
Promise me.
I'm gonna break that promise. Sam. Oh, I don't like this. I do not like this. Detroit, it's all been leading to this.
He gets in.
You fight him tooth and nail, you understand? Keep swinging. Don't give an inch.
Yes, sir.
Do not tap out. Defy the odds. Just defy the odds somehow.
Okay.
I need
Let's
the
go.
toilet. You drink that much, you're gonna need the toilet. Trust me, got a 2-litre bottle of blackcurrant 8 here.
We're here, you sons of bitches!
Rattle. These are the things that make the car theirs.
Oh, their identity.
Even when Dean rebuilt her from the ground up, he made sure all these little things stayed.
Oh.
Because it's the blemishes that make her beautiful. The devil doesn't know or care what kind of car the boys drive.
Well, he should. Because the
it's
Impala is a
chilly.
thing of beauty.
We're free ride, but when it's all over, I live, he lives, you bring our parents back.
Okay, can we please drop the telenovela? I know you have the ring, Sam.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, he's playing coy.
Horse beside your noggin. I like the idea. Just you and me. One round. No tricks.
No
You
outside
win,
interference.
you jump in the hole. I win.
Solo Sokoa just coming in and intervening.
What do you say, Sam? A fiddle of gold against your soul says I'm better than you.
Hey, come on, Sam! No! No! No!
I was just messing with you. Sammy's long gone. This would always happen in Detroit.
He did, and he's... Oh, shit. Oh, fight. Oh, Dean!
How odd you always felt. How
Direction's really,
out of
really
place in
neat.
that family of yours.
Oh, no.
And why shouldn't you have? They were foster care at best.
Come on, don't you
I'm
dare.
your family.
No.
No, it's not true. It is. One of my grade school teachers. And that's your friend Doug. From that time in East Lansing.
No. No.
Your prom date. Sam Winchester, this is your life.
Get
Zay's
fucked.
gang. Watching you since...
There was never much hope to begin with. I don't know what else to do. We love... Oh my god. We love... The fact that he said there wasn't much hope to begin with compared to the ending of the last episode.
Sit on the hood and watch the stars. For hours.
Oh, this is kind of beautiful. I'm not
without
gonna lie.
saying a word. It never occurred to them that, sure, maybe they never really had a roof and 4 walls.
They had
But
a
they were
roof.
never, in fact, homeless.
No, they had a roof in a vehicle.
Only thing that you're gonna see out there is Michael killing your brother.
Well, then I ain't gonna let him die alone.
Oh. Ugh, come on. Have a nice, light drink,
I'm
catch
sorry,
up.
I can't do that.
Nah.
I'm a good son, and I have my orders.
Oh, paralleling to
rebel.
Dean and all of
Now?
that.
I'm not like you. I have to kill you.
Oh, no.
That's
Well,
the way it's gotta be.
you tried, Lucy. You tried.
Then I'd like to see you try.
You will try. Carry on with the Star Wars references, right? You are my brother, Michael!
Oh shit. Oh shit.
So sorry. Adam isn't home right now.
Well,
You're next on my list, Buttercup, and right now I need 5 minutes with him. You little maggot. You are no longer a part of this story. Hey, ass butt.
oh my god, Cass! Cass!
Did you just Molotov my brother with holy fire?
Did you just Molotov?
No one touched with Michael.
Oh.
But me.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh my god! Cass.
Sammy?
No! No! No!
Yes.
No! No!
Sammy?
Oh my god!
Are you in there?
Oh my god! Okay, this is fucked. This is fucked.
And he's gonna...
I'm not gonna leave you.
Oh, Dean. Oh, 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 oh. Oh. Oh, the army. The import. Oh. Oh. Oh, this is getting emotional. This is getting too much. Oh. Oh, Sam. Sam's right in, Sam. Oh. Oh.
It's okay, Dean. It's gonna be okay. I've got him.
Just jump like no tomorrow, I guess.
Sam! It's not gonna end this way.
Wait, did
Step back.
Sam? Oh, shit. He's gonna get whopped in as well, isn't he? Oh, Cass!
Yes, you're alive?
I was gonna say. Oop.
You try to tie up every loose end, but you never can. The fans are always gonna bitch. There's always gonna be holes.
How poignant that is in
And
2023.
since it's the ending, it's all supposed to add up to something. I'm telling you, they're a raging pain in the ass.
What would you rather have? Peace or freedom?
You'd rather have his brother. He's back.
Well, you really suck at goodbyes, you know that.
He hates goodbyes.
Please.
Thank God.
Wow.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Ish. Yeah, no.
If it's not too late, I think I'd like to take you up on that beer.
Dean.
Nothing ever really ends, does it?
Shh. What? Oh. Oh. Question is that Sam or is that Lucifer? I mean, the whole point was to get Lucifer in the cage with him being tackled into the hole and all of that, but Chuck, though, that son of a bitch, I think we know where God is. Because, like, it makes sense with the whole writing of the story. Like, who makes these stories, I guess, in terms of life. And, yeah. All, like, you know, it's just processing everything. But, you know, if I had a nickel for every time we had a season 5 finale that involved someone sacrificing themselves by jumping into a hole, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice. And both got me emotional. That's great. That's really, really great. So, yeah. And if you know, of course, what I'm talking about in terms of, I guess, the other finale, the other season 5 finale that involved someone jumping into a hole, I guess. So, I won't go into too much specifics, but it's still a hole, in a sense, so. Minute needed. I need a minute. What a way to conclude things. Especially in it being done in a like kind of series ending vibe, because I know I've gotten from a couple of people that season 5 was intended to be the be all end all. And then obviously we have season 6, season 7, etc. So yeah. Even then, of course, with Sam and the whole sacrifice situation, I mean, not only was it reminding me of a certain other show, which I'll speak about in a moment, because there were parallels, and I was getting deja fucking vu, and it was like, I do not appreciate this, considering how that episode broke me. This episode is just hurting me all over, and it's, yeah, the deja vu is not, yeah, but, you know, there was that kind of, like, idea of, okay, well, Sam's gonna come back in some capacity, surely. Kind of like certain of a character from another show, but, well, yeah. And, it's all a matter of how, but it's still gonna, it doesn't mitigate the emotions. It does not, change anything in terms of how I'm gonna react, in terms of, you know, the situation with Sam, especially when the Impala, you know, really gives Sam that moment to come through. Oh, that was emotional. Just the silence and just, like, hoping that Sam would come through, like, especially when he just stopped and it was, like, slipping, so, or Lucifer was slipping, but still. I'm going to talk about said show, so I'm going to probably leave a timestamp to the I mean, there's going to be probably people who know me, who will know what I'm about to talk about. But for those who are out the loop, who might have not even seen said show or whatever, I'm going to leave a timestamp probably, because I don't know how long I'm going to be on this subject, because there was quite a few comparisons. And, yeah, like I said, the deja vu trip was not pleasant, so, emotionally speaking. But, yeah, I'll just leave a timestamp here, so, yeah. But I won't make it too long, because, of course, we've got to talk about a lot of stuff, and I've got to get going in, like, half an hour, so, Anyways, so, who's getting Buffy flashbacks? Yep, as soon as the whole portal thing came about, yeah, I was definitely getting flashbacks. There was just so much going on with, obviously, Cass just being turned into little pieces of flesh, and then Bobby, and it was just so much. But after that episode, I was just thinking about that quote about, if I had a nickel for every time you had a main character sacrifice themselves by jumping into a portal that involved family, and it being the season 5 finale, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice, so, as well as the fact that it got me emotional. So, yeah, but it was really, it was deja vu, from Buffy season 5. Because, and even that kind of felt ending-esque, but it had the sacrifice of I guess a main character, aka Buffy, who saved the world, and it involved family, of course, in regards to Dawn. Buffy, came to that realization that death is, that Summer's blood, she shares it too. So Dawn doesn't have to die, but Buffy did. She's gonna save the world. So, and it wasn't, so much like that with this episode of Supernatural, obviously, because Sam already made that decision. He said, "I got this," but Michael was like, "No, I want this fight." But of course, not just did Sam save the world, but also it involved family by, I guess, pulling Michael into the, or his brother Adam into the portal. So yeah, but it still treads on to the whole sacrifice to save the world. Jumping through a portal gets you emotional. So yeah, but it was just really, and of course, with that, like I said, in regards to, obviously, with season 6 of Supernatural on the horizon, you kind of had a feeling that Jared's gonna, of course, make a reappearance. It's the same with Buffy, though, and it was still really, I mean, you could check the reaction out yourself, obviously. It was still really emotional for me, even though that, obviously, you had Buffy season 6, Buffy season 7 on the horizon. It's the same here, like, you've got, 10 more seasons of Supernatural to go through, and, it's still really it's still really emotional, so, yeah. But, that's it. There you go. I'm just putting a sound check in for, the audio, just because it's at 54 minutes, just know that, Liam, just know that, for the future, when, it comes to editing the YouTube video and all of that, so yeah. But, yeah, we're back. No spoilers, I guess, so yeah. But yeah, it was really emotional. I mean, it was just intense all throughout, even when Lucifer, I guess, won that, there was that ounce of, hopelessness, really, when, obviously Lucifer got the memo about the rings. I feel like that was bound to happen anyways. And Sam prepared himself, had all of the drink, to amp him up, to take on Lucifer, and Lucifer was just like, yeah, go. It was just like, if you're gonna have this as a wrestling match, it's just basically like, he just got Roman Reigns, basically. But yeah, with the fact that Lucifer took control, it just gave you that hopelessness, and I really liked it because, in my mind, I was expecting this kind of back and forth between Sam and Lucifer. I'm not gonna lie, but I do like the way they went about this, because the apocalypse is no joke, and I feel like this road, especially with a 40-odd minute road and all of that we had ahead of us, this road was going to lead us to Michael versus Lucifer, so, I think it made sense for Sam to be shut down from the get-go, and it does really complement that moment where Sam comes through, towards the end really well, because, Sam just got, he just got sidelined by Lucifer from that moment, and it makes that impact when the Impala was ringing to him, when Dean obviously didn't even put up a fight because he was like, well, A, fucked up, and B, trying to like get Sam's emotions to creep through. It just has that huge impact, doesn't it? When Sam suddenly starts to creep through. So yeah, I did really obviously like that. So but I also loved the little bits where you had Sam and Lucifer interacting. Even when he brought all of those people that were a part of Sam's life. I mean, obviously we had that other guy in the other episode, in episode 20, who orchestrated Sam and Jess to be together, and then we have all of these people connected, which makes it even more damaging for Sam. Which obviously you gotta break Sam even further and make sure that any chance that Sam has at fighting back is gonna get pushed further and further back. So yeah, but I really did love. I really did love how not only the Impala, really did. I mean, even the backstory with Chuck. We'll get on to Chuck in a moment because but yeah, like even the backstory, like how the Impala came to be and how the brothers made it a part of their identity and all of that. I really loved it. It was a really solid thing to incorporate. And of course, it carries significance in regards to obviously Sam resurfacing. So, as well as the fact that it really does give that characterization. I mean, we've gotten the idea of the Impala being more than just a car over the course of these seasons. So, yeah, it's just like the TARDIS. It's more than just a time-traveling police box. It's got character, and of course that's further enhanced in The Doctor's Wife, of course. But even before then, it's more than just a police box that travel through time. The Impala is more than just a car. There is an identity there. There is character, and I really loved it. So, yeah, I just really loved the flashbacks that Chuck was narrating and that. And as well as the fact that not just is, of course, the Impala and what Sam and Dean did to make it their own. Like, not only was that very fundamental in terms of, like, of course, building to that final, to that moment where Sam creeps through, but it just is very beautifully executed as well. So, yeah, because it makes that moment where Sam recalls with all of those silent flashbacks and everything, it just makes it very beautiful. It just really hits you in the heart, and it had me emotional, so I really loved it there. But it was also a really fitting way in terms of Sam sacrificing himself in regards to giving him that catharsis, that heroic moment. Obviously there has been a lot of detrimental impacts for Sam in regards to, am I really doing good? I am weak, etc. There's a lot of detrimental comments that Sam has been channeling through his mind. And that moment where he just obviously sacrifices himself for the world. It really does give him that nice catharsis. Like, even if obviously he's gonna come back, as we saw at the end. We'll talk about that in a moment, but it does really give him that nice closure as he is succumbing, that he is saving the world. He is not a burden or whatever to the world. Yeah, it's a really great closure in this journey. Like, there's a lot of torment on his mind, especially with the fact that ever since he was a baby, with Azazel, I guess, not bathing him, but there's a bit of demon blood, of course, in Sam. It feels like Sam, for Sam's mentality, it does feel like he is just destined to be a burden, to be a sin on this world. And it's a really, really great way to give him that catharsis, that moment where he feels like he can do good for the world by sacrificing himself, taking Adam along with him, because Michael was just so hell-bent on making sure this match was going to happen. And in doing so, shit hits the fan, so... Yeah, could you imagine though, like if, because I mean, obviously we knew it was gonna go not in the way that Lucifer intended, but Lucifer and Michael were just chatting there, being like, you know what, we could just walk away. You don't have to do this and all of that. We don't have to have this fight. Like, imagine, just get a beer or something, like catch up, and yeah, don't send the world into a shit show. But yeah. But yeah, it was really, really great. But I am really curious about how Sam's around. Like, I don't know if he came back in a kind of similar manner to how Dean came back. I don't know if this is like a ghost or whatever. I don't know if Chuck had something to do with it, because I've got my thinking cap on here, but. Like I said, I mean, with Sam, I feel like, obviously, we had a feeling he was going to come back in some capacity, given the fact that there are 10 more seasons of Supernatural, so just a hunch. Yeah, I mean, it does, like I said, it doesn't negate the emotions that episode carried. It was all, like, after, I mean, it could have ended on Sam not coming back. After he jumped through the portal or whatever, but it would get you thinking. Like, I feel like what would be consistent for me was, okay, so how is Sam gonna come back? And there is still gonna be that question, because Sam's just there, the lights are flickering. So did the angels pull him out? Did he somehow find some way to escape? And you know, how did he just completely get rid of Lucifer? Is the main question. So, yeah, because obviously jumping through the portal, lock him away, that's the main goal. But I feel like there might be something bigger. There might be something more potentially. And we're definitely going to pick apart that in the early part of season 6 with Sam's return. So yeah, but I did really, really find that moment with Dean going back to Lisa very, very heartfelt, because I mean, there was a lot of emotions with Dean now being all alone, and there was that moment, the other episode, where he went to Lisa in episode 17, where he was ready to say yes to Michael. And yeah, it was a really, really emotional moment, because he wanted to like say his farewells to Lisa, and Sam wanted the best for Dean, to spend time with Lisa, to build that family. I mean, Dean's all alone. And not just that though, but I did get a very, very good vibe in regards to when Dean died, about how Sam doesn't want Dean to follow the same path. And I'm not just talking about the loneliness, because of course we followed Sam's journey when Dean died, but even then, mystery spot, we got a glance at, okay, Dean stays dead. Sam's all alone, really. Even with Bobby trying to reach out, Sam is all alone. And from experience, yeah, he doesn't want that inflicted on Dean, that emotion of just loneliness, especially with the significance of the Impala and how Dean and Sam made it their own, and how they spent so much time together, even the fluff in between episodes, I guess. But there's also that aspect to consider where Sam said to Dean, "Don't find a way to bring me back." And I was just thinking back to how Sam was trying to find ways to bring Dean back, and we even saw that, like, especially with the whole Crossroad Demon situation. He knows from experience that he doesn't want Dean to do something reckless, especially with how pointed that is in regards to the whole. Because, of course, there is that kind of situation with Ruby, and obviously we saw how that came about with Lucifer, yeah. But that's what I'm talking about in terms of reckless decisions. Like, he knows from experience that that Sam wasn't thinking straight in regards to Dean and how he came back. And how he tried to bring him back. He doesn't want Dean to do something reckless in the efforts to bring Sam back. So I felt like that was a very, very important mention. So, yeah, but... yeah. It was really, really powerful with this whole situation with Sam, with Dean. Yeah. And Chuck! So... do we have a god in the house? I mean, the vanishing could be anything. But... and I'm not, you know, that great at maths, etc. I am good, but I'm not like, you know, I'll do algebra off the top of my head, although who can? Who can? No. There have been so... like, if you want to piece things together, and then just that whole vanishing act and how this is the end of the story and the identity of God is still ambiguous, when you tie that into Cass and his journey to find God. I mean, I can't help but pick Chuck as the #1 candidate to be God. Because there's the whole story writing and all of that, which... obviously, with the Gospel of the Winchesters, yeah. But if God, you know, makes everything and all of that, it makes sense that these events that the Winchesters lived. Yeah. Not just that, though, but... you know, some of the conversations, like, with Dean had in this episode with Chuck. Yeah. And there's, of course, the white suit, and, of course, the vanishing. Yeah, and just the way that, of course, when you think about the episode and how it went by with Chuck narrating about how the Impala came to be, how the Winchesters acquired the car, made it their own, etc., etc. It does make sense. It does make sense, with... you know, Chuck writing these... Chuck being God, should I say. Because there was a moment where Cass was asked if he was God. That would have been mega, and I would have loved it. But I feel like with, obviously, Cass denying that, and there, like I said, there's ambiguity in regards to God. Chuck just vanishing... like, as it wasn't even like a surprise or whatever. It was like, wait, what's happening? It was just like, peace, I'm out. As if it was natural. So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure that will be picked up now that I feel like, obviously, with this being intended to end, it was like, make of that what you will. But I'm sure we'll get, of course, elucidation in regards to God's identity. But I'm 95% positive, God and Chuck, same person, voila. So, yeah. But, yeah. So I'm gonna, hurry to the end. Because I want to talk about that moment, like those final moments, before Sam creeped through, when Lucifer was just going ham. Was going Vader, I guess, because there were quite a few Star Wars references, which I'm just disappointed, you know, when Michael just appeared, as Sam creeped through. He didn't say hello there. Yeah, I had the perfect opportunity, so I suppose it wasn't as memed as it is in this day and age, but I'm joking. All jokes aside, yeah, the way that Sam, or Lucifer, should I say, just Because there was that moment where Cass just blew into a million pieces, and I'm just like, wait, what? And then I was left, like, confuddled because I was thinking, is Cass going to come back? Like, obviously he's drained a bit, but, I mean, we know that, you know, Cass, you know, being a servant of the Lord and all of that, or, you know, that's what he used to follow and all of that with his angelic abilities. Is there a chance that, you know, that can kick in? And then Bobby's neck got twisted, and I'm just, yeah, that's when hopelessness decided to kick me in the balls, because Bobby's human. And not just that, though, but remember what I said in the last episode, how I was worried about, okay, there's some kind of catch, surely, in regards to Bobby being able to walk again. And, yeah, so... yeah, I was, and of course Dean was getting beaten left, right, and centre. So, not just that though, but for Dean's mentality, it's going to take a ringer because he's lost all of the, like, he went through a roller coaster in those, like, 10 minutes. With Sam, of course, jumping through the portal to top things off, so, yeah. It was just mental, that moment where Lucifer just beat the shit out of Dean. He tore apart Castiel. I was just not ready. So, and then Bobby just died, and I was thinking, okay, this is where it just hurts. Because Bobby's a fucking human, and his neck just decided to do a full, well, not a full 180, but a 90-degree turn. Which isn't really good for you, if I'm honest. And it's just like... so, getting me in the emotions, but, yeah. But I really, really loved that moment where Sam did creep through, of course. And that was his moment. That was his moment to shine. He fought against Lucifer and ultimately won. Like I said, it gives that moment where that moment where Lucifer just effortlessly sidelines him. It gives that moment where it creeps through, where, like, in the ending, a very, very poignant layer. It really hits, and I really loved it, so... yeah, but... what a way to close things out. And, yeah, with this kind of having a finality to it, it was just really, really great. It did really feel like an ending. Which I guess they were going for in terms of the original plan. Obviously, Season 6 came along, but... yeah. It was still really, really well done. And it was still emotional. It was very investing. And it's going to be very interesting to see what Season 6 does. Especially, of course, with the questions in terms of how is Sam back? But yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to see Bobby, because Chuck did mention that Dean's not going to see Bobby for a long time. So I don't know if they're leaving that, like, even if a Season 6 was confirmed or whatever, we don't know if Jim is, like, going to reprise his role and all of that. So we're going to leave that ambiguous. I'm sure Castiel has surely got to play an importance, right? Maybe, I don't know. But what I do know is this finale rocked. This finale was an absolute treat. It was intense, emotional, kicked me in the emotions, and I really enjoyed it. But what a fantastic way to conclude things. Solid stuff. A conclusion that was really, really remarkable for a remarkable season. So I really loved Season 5 so much. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Yeah, brilliant finale, brilliant season, and yeah, excited for Season 6. So yeah, until then, I will see you guys next time. But guys, enjoyed this reaction, check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I We'll see you guys next time. Toodles!